What is up, guys? My name's Ali and welcome to the first episode of my Modern Warfare 3 Osprey Gunner series. Ali's Ospreys is the name I've gone for. This is episode 1 and the class on screen is what I'm going to be using for this episode to get my Osprey Gunner. Thank you to all of you guys that left suggestions for the video name or video title. I know a load of you guys left a load of comments and ideas. There were some amazing ones out there and I've stuck with Ali's Ospreys for the moment, and the user that I actually saw giving the name was Brucey Brothers, so thank you to him. I'm sure a few of you guys may have given this name as well, but just a big thank you to all of the guys that did comment. So this is going to be episode 1. I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks, some details into the gameplay here. If you have any suggestions in the way of improving this video series, then do let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, and this first part of the video opens nicely to show how well the perk Marksman works. Looking down this stairway here, I would have had no idea that there were 3 enemies on the stairways earlier if I didn't have Marksman as my third tier perk, or my yellow perk. Marksman's awesome. It's a bit like a wall hack. As you can see here, I can't see very clearly through all of the trees and all of the stairs there, but with the perk Marksman it allows me to pick up enemies not only at close range there when you're zooming in, but also at very long ranges. And later on in the gameplay you'll see that when I situate myself more in the middle of the map, I can see players miles away thank you to the perk Marksman. So I highly recommend that as the third perk, and that's why I've chosen it. Got Scavenger here as my first perk, mainly just because you're going to be running out of ammo loads, and I really like to make sure that, especially with the Scar, because your clip size and clip empties pretty quickly, I want to make sure that I'm not running out of ammo too early. And here I'm getting the A86 Overwatch, and this is the key point. Because the Osprey Gunner is a 17-point streak, the hardest part in my opinion to get the Osprey Gunner, and you may find this as well, is a sort of transitional period between your second kill streak and the final one. You can risk it with a second kill streak by going with something really high, like the Juggernaut armor, something like that, to try and build your way towards the Osprey Gunner, or something even higher like the Pavlo or AC-130. But I like sticking towards the middle with the 9 kill streaks, either the Reaper. I try and shoot down the UAV here with the Type 95, because if you do shoot it down it's a nice free point towards my Osprey Gunner. But the middle kill streak that I like to use is the Osprey Gunner or Reaper, and this is just a 9-point streak. And with hardline as well, it knocks it down one more to 8, and this allows me to get as close as possible to that Osprey Gunner. And in this situation here, unfortunately, it didn't help me too much, but in future gameplays you'll see that it can really tear into the enemies if you're placing yourself in the middle of the maps and trying to get as close to the enemies as possible, because it acts as like a personal bodyguard and can really help you guys. And the best thing about it is that you're actually still in the game. That's the only downside of the Reaper missile, is that when you're using it and you're in the air, you're still stuck on the ground, you can still be killed. You haven't really got your back in terms of enemies that may be using Assassin or Blind Eye in the case of avoiding the Reaper missile. That's why I love to use the A86 Overwatch. It does give away your position, which is one thing to be wary of. So if you feel that it's not working too well in one position, try and move around a little bit. You don't want to be sticking in the same place for too long, otherwise the enemy will get an idea of what's happening and they'll come and pick you off. And of course, because the Osprey Gunner is such a high kill streak, you've got to be patient, you've got to be wary that you're going to be staying alive for a long time. I've only died once, and that was right at the beginning of the gameplay, and since then I've been managed to actually stay alive, and I don't actually have kick on my Scar in this gameplay, which is an accident. I forgot to put it on. So it just proves if you're using a gun you're used to using and can use well, that it doesn't really matter if you forget a proficiency. Sticking with the gun that you really use well is key. I can recommend the Scar, the silencer, but it may not necessarily work amazingly for you. An assault rifle with a silencer works best because you're going to be staying alive for a long time, and making sure that you're not appearing on the radar as a red dot is a huge help for sure. And as you get close towards that Osprey Gunner, make sure you don't rush into the enemy randomly, hoping to get those last few kills. Still keep it slow paced, or at the pace that matches the game that you're in at that time. And here we pick it up. It's awesome because I'm using hardline. It's only 16, and hardline is one of the reasons that getting this Osprey Gunner was a little bit easier. And as you can see now, I'm actually placing down where the care packages are going to go, and I'll explain that in a second. But first of all, while the Osprey Gunner kicks into action, hardline. Hardline doesn't really help you for all 3 kill streaks, it just helps you for that first one. It knocks down the number of kills you need for that first kill streak, but the difference between the first, second and third is still going to be the same. So if you've got a Pred and an A86 Overwatch, sorry, it's still going to be a 4-point difference between the Predator Missile and the A86 Overwatch. It just makes getting that Predator Missile 1 less kill, which can help you get on a roll, getting that streak nice and early, which is key, because if you get your air support up as early as possible within the game, then you're going to have the upper hand on the enemy, which are constantly going to be trying to fight back, and it can work really, really well. Now, there are 2 tactics to use here when it comes to dropping the care packages. Either you can drop it right near you somewhere at the back of the map where you've sort of taken cover and you've laid down to hide from the enemy, or you can place it right in the middle of the map like I've done here and use it as bait. The likelihood is your teammates are probably going to pick it up and steal it anyway, so letting that happen isn't too much of a problem. But if the enemies come and try and take it, it can be a really, really good source of free kills. And you'll see in this gameplay here that actually a few enemies do come and try and take it, and I managed to pick them off. I think a few of them actually using blind eye, so I couldn't quite see them there, but nonetheless I still managed to pick them off, worked as a distraction and helped really well. Of course, the pro version of Hardline will allow you to get 2 assists, adding towards 1 kill or 1 point streak, which is really awesome and can definitely help you out. If you get 4 assists in 1 life, that's an extra 2 points towards your streak, which is 2 less kills you actually have to get with your gun overall, so it can really, really help. Another reason why I use Hardline, and I explained that I was using Pred, A86 Overwatch and Osprey Gunner as my point streaks in this gameplay. It's coming towards an end here. Playing with teammates is awesome. I had a few teammates here. They're not appearing on the mini-map as teammates because I think this was recorded from theatre mode, but cheers for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Allié's Ospreys, as I get a final Pred here to finish off the game. Let me know if you have any improvements for this series. I'll be sure to note that through the comments and improve it and mould this series to your liking, so you guys can get the best things possible from this series. Let me know if there's anything you want me to mention specifically. I focus mainly on just the perks and my gun classes and how I played when I'm going for the Osprey Gunner. So the final score, I believe, is 38-1, so that's 38 KD in regular team deathmatch. Feel free to hit that like button. The more likes, the merrier, and it really helped me out in episode 1 to gauge how well you guys are enjoying this series. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to click any of the links on screen. So thank you very much for watching. I'll have a new microphone to record my video commentaries with shortly, which is going to be awesome. So cheers for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.